My dad called me a loser at our reunion. My DNA test proved he ain't my father. Y'all, I'm Emma, 32, from Dallas, and I took back my Mercedes with the truth. This Reddit stories ain't rage, it's revenge. Taking back my worth from drama family lies. Ever faced kin who shamed you? Drop your city below. What's your drama story spark? Smash that like, subscribe for more Reddit heat. My hands clutched a sealed envelope in a deep Elm hotel room. June 2024. The Dallas heat seeping through the blinds. My navy dress pressed on the bed, its hem crisp. The paternity test inside screamed Frank Matthews wasn't my father. A truth I'd uncovered chasing his approval, gifting him a Mercedes S-Class last year to hear proud instead of loser. His second place is losing from my Cornell days stung like a fresh cut. My Oak Cliff home, paid with my Goldman Sachs grind, waiting empty for tonight's reunion. I leaned against the dresser, the jukebox from a nearby bar thumping faintly, my stomach twisting as Clara's "Don't go, Emma" buzzed in my phone. Frank's praise always went to Ethan, my brother, his real estate deals framed, while my finance awards gathered dust. I'd hoped this test, this truth, might force him to see me. Nora's "You're enough" from last night echoed, her hug soft. But Frank's unstable finance jab at my promotion last year burned deeper. The envelope's edge bit my palm, my throat tight. I'd clawed through scholarships, couch surfing, boardroom battles, thinking family meant earning his nod. But Ellen's "he's proud" was a lie, her silence colder than Ethan's smirks. I smoothed my dress, the Mercedes key glinting, a $100,000 plea for his love now sour. Clara's "drop the test, walk away" buzzed again, grounding me like a Texas oak. I wasn't sure I could face him, but I was done chasing shadows. "Gotta try," I muttered, my voice shaky. Nora's "if not now, when?" raw in my head. The reunion at Frank's estate loomed, his toasts to Ethan's legacy, a knife I knew by heart. I'd gifted that car, my bonus drained, for a scrap of his pride, but his loser label stuck. I tucked the test in my purse, my hands steady now. Clara's "they're cruel" hit hard, the city's neon flickering outside. I'd built my life, not for his family, but mine. Flashback to last summer, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I just landed a Goldman promotion. Frank's "why not real estate?" loud. Ellen smiled, said, "He means well." I stood there, my bonus gone to his Mercedes. No smile, no thanks. Ethan smirked, said, "Finance is gambling. I thought family was giving till you broke." I grabbed my purse, the envelope heavy, my boots scuffing the carpet. Frank's first loser from my high school track days echoed, his pride for Ethan's trophies a wall I couldn't climb. Nora's "you're more" buzzed, her call fierce. I'd fought through Cornell, late nights, their shade, to rise. This test wasn't just truth. It was my shield, my chance to stop running. Frank wanted a legacy? He'd face a truth he couldn't spin. I stepped into the hall, the oak-lined street below glowing, the Mercedes parked like a question I'd answer tonight. Ellen's "he loves you" was a lie. Ethan's Matthew's instinct, a con. I wasn't their doormat no more, and I'd never let Frank call me loser again. The reunion was their stage, but I'd bring the curtain down. Clara's "you're free" was my truth, my resolve hard as Dallas oak. They'd learn real quick what family meant when I dropped this bomb. Ever craved kin's pride and got shade instead? Drop it below. My navy dress clung tight at Frank's deep Elm dining table. June 2024. The Dallas chandelier's glow sharp as I gripped a wine glass, its stem cold. The paternity test in my purse pulsing like a bomb. Frank's Mercedes S-Class, gifted with my Goldman Sachs bonus, gleamed outside, his claim over it a lie I'd come to torch. His "second place is losing" from my Cornell days echoed. My Oak Cliff home, paid with my grind, miles away. I'd hoped this reunion might shift his shade, but his toast was loading the gun. I shifted, the oak table's polish sharp, the jukebox from a nearby bar thumping faintly. Ethan's real estate deals got Frank's grin, Nora's grace his nod, while my finance awards were dust. Clara's drop it now buzzed in my phone, her call fierce before I left the hotel. Frank raised his brandy, his drawl loud. "To family legacy!" The crowd clinked, his gaze skipping me, landing on Ethan. "Your deals define us," he said. Then Nora, "Your grace shines." My stomach twisted, his eyes hitting me last, narrow and cold. "And Emma," he drawled, "proud of all my kids, except the loser chasing paper." Laughter rippled, Ellen's gasp faint, Ethan's smirk sharp. My glass trembled, the loser a slap I'd heard since track meets. My A's never enough. Nora's hand grazed mine, her "Emma?" soft, but Clara's "He's vile" burned. I'd clawed through scholarships, boardrooms, their shade, for this, his public knife. I stood, chair scraping, my voice low. "Thanks for the speech, Frank." His smirk widened, his "sit down" raw, but I pulled the envelope, its seal heavy. "Your Father's Day gift," I said, tossing it center table, the room stilling. His hand froze, brandy sloshing, Ellen's napkin twisting. "What's this?" he growled. Ethan's enough, sharp. I locked his eyes, my heart steel. "Proof you're not my father." Gasps erupted. Nora's "Liz," soft. Clara's "End him," fierce in my head. Frank tore the envelope, his face draining as the test spilled. DNA, no match. "I gifted that Mercedes," I said, voice iron, snatching the key from his plate. "I'm taking it back." Ellen's sob choked. Ethan's "You wouldn't dare," raw. But I strode out, boots clicking, the crowd's whispers a roar. Frank's "You're nothing" followed, his scream cracking, the chandelier's hum fading. I hit the driveway, the Mercedes chirping, Nora's "Wait" faint behind me. My hands shook, the oak-lined street glowing under Dallas stars. I'd gifted that car, my bonus drained, for his pride, and got loser for it. Clara's "You're free" buzzed, grounding me like a Texas oak. I slid in, engine purring, Frank storming out, test clutched, his "You'll pay" raw. I reversed, my jaw tight, the reunion's glow blurring. Flashback to last spring, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd just landed a Goldman promotion. Frank's "Finances gambling" loud. Ellen smiled, said, "He's proud." I stood there, my bonus gone to his car. No smile, no thanks. Ethan smirked, said, "Real estate's legacy." I thought family was giving till you broke. The city's hum wrapped me, the BBQ joints neon flickering as I drove. Frank's "loser," Ethan's nod, Ellen's silence. They'd thought I'd take their shade forever. But that test, my truth, burned their con to ash. I'd fought through Cornell, late nights, their lies, to rise. Nora's "You're enough" echoed, her call from the hotel my shield. Frank wanted a legacy? He'd lost his claim. Ethan wanted glory? He'd face the fallout. Ellen wanted peace? She'd face her lies. I pulled into my Oak Cliff Drive, the Mercedes mine, my home waiting. Frank's empire, his family was crumbling, and I'd lit the match. I wasn't their doormat no more, and I'd never chase his pride again. Clara's "Your whole" was my truth, my resolve hard as Dallas oak. They'd learn real quick what loser meant when their lies crashed. Ever shatter kin's lies with your truth? Drop it below. My coffee mug steamed in a deep Elm cafe, July 2024. The Dallas morning hum soft through the window. My navy blazer loose as Ellen sat across, her eyes raw, trembling hands clutching a napkin. Frank's "loser" jab from the reunion. My paternity test proving he wasn't my father, still scorched like a fresh brand, the Mercedes I'd reclaimed parked outside, no longer his. I'd walked out of their Oak Cliff estate, my Goldman Sachs grind, my truth, torching their lies. But Ellen's "we need to talk" text dragged me here. Nora's "you're enough" buzzing in my head. I leaned back, the jukebox's twang faint, my stomach twisting as Clara's "they're imploding" from last night echoed. Ellen's "he's proud" had been a lie my whole life, her silence sharper than Ethan's smirks. "Spill it, Ellen," I said, voice low, my mug warm. Her napkin shredded, her drawl shaky. "Thomas Keller, he's your real father, Emma. My college love." My breath caught. The cafe's oak tables blurring. "Frank knew," she whispered. "Married me anyway, but couldn't love you." My jaw tightened. Frank's second place is losing raw. His shade a punishment for her choice. "He knew I wasn't his," I said, voice steady. "And called me loser for it?" Ellen's sob choked. He tried faint. I laughed, bitter, the espresso's tang sharp. Tried? I'd gifted him a Mercedes, drained my bonus, for his pride, and got spit on. Clara's "he's guilty" buzzed, grounding me like a Texas oak. I'd clawed through Cornell, boardrooms, their lies, for this, a truth that burned. My phone buzzed. Ethan's voicemail. "Return Dad's car, Emma, or face legal action." My laugh came raw. Nora's "he's bluffing" from yesterday fierce. "Legal action?" I said, locking Ellen's eyes. "For my car? My truth? Tell Ethan to try." Her hands shook. "He's like Frank, soft. Like Frank, smirking at my A's, framing Ethan's deals while my finance awards gathered dust. Their family legacy was a con, and I'd been their mark too long. "Why hide it?" I growled, my blazer cuff brushing my wrist. "You let him shame me, knowing I wasn't his." Ellen's napkin fell. "I lied to protect you" cracking. Protect? I'd starved for Frank's nod, couch surfed for scholarships, while she watched. Nora's "you're whole" echoed, her hug from the reunion's aftermath my shield. "Protected me into a cage," I said, voice iron. "I'm done with your lies." Another buzz, Nora's text. "Frank's business is tanking, sis. Clients bailing." My chest eased. Frank's "you're nothing" scream from the reunion fading. His roofing firm, Ethan's deals, were crumbling, their empire ash after my test. Clara's "they're desperate" hit sharp, my mug cooling. I'd built my Oak Cliff home, my career, not for their legacy, but mine. Ellen's "meet Thomas?" pleaded, her eyes wet, but I shook my head, my resolve hard. "You chose Frank's pride over me," I said, standing, my boots scuffing the hardwood. "I choose me now." Her sob followed, faint, as I stepped outside, the BBQ joint smoke curling, Dallas oaks swaying like sentinels. Ethan's threats, Frank's rage, Ellen's lies. They thought I'd cave, but I'd burned their bridge. Nora's "we're real" buzzed, her call fierce. I'd fought through late nights, their shade, my pride, to rise. Flashback to last winter, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd just landed a Goldman bonus. Frank's finances gambling, loud. Ellen smiled, said, "He's proud." I stood there, my bonus gone to his car. No smile, no thanks. Ethan smirked, said, "Real estate's king." I thought family was giving till you broke. I slid into my Mercedes, the engine purring, my home waiting. Frank's empire, Ethan's glory, Ellen's silence. They were ghosts. Their family, a con I'd torched. I wasn't their doormat no more, and I'd never chase their pride again. Clara's "you're free" was my truth, my resolve hard as Dallas oak. They'd learn real quick what loser meant when their lies crashed. Thomas was a question I'd face on my terms, not theirs. Ever face kin's hidden lies head-on? Drop it below. My latte steamed in a Manhattan cafe. December 2024. The NYC hum sharp through the window. My navy blazer shed on the chair as Thomas Keller, my biological father, sat across, his eyes crinkling, mirroring mine. Frank's loser jab from the Dallas reunion, my paternity test proving he wasn't my father, still stung like a fading bruise, the Mercedes I'd reclaimed sold to fund my new apartment here. My Oak Cliff home leased out. Ellen's confession, Thomas was her college love, Frank knew, had cracked their con. Nora's "you're free" buzzing in my head from our call last night. I leaned forward, the cafe's oak tables warm, my stomach steady despite the espresso's tang. Frank's roofing empire was tanking. Clients bailing after my test hit local gossip. Ethan's real estate deals flopping, per Clara's text. I'd clawed through Goldman Sachs' grind, Cornell scholarships, their shade, to rise. But Thomas's "I never knew you existed" hit softer, his drawl hinting at Texas roots. Clara's "they're desperate" from yesterday echoed, grounding me like a deep elm oak. "Your mind's sharp, like your mom's," Thomas said, his coffee black, his smile cautious. My throat caught. Ellen's "I lied to protect you from the Dallas Cafe raw." Protect? She'd let Frank shame me, knowing I wasn't his, while I gifted him a Mercedes for scraps of pride. "I tracked you after Ellen called," Thomas added. "Hoped you'd want this." My chest eased. Nora's "he's real" from her reunion hug fierce. I'd built my life, not for Frank's legacy, but mine. And Thomas was a door I'd opened on my terms. My phone buzzed. Ethan's text. "You'll pay for Dad's losses, Emma. Defamation." My laugh came raw. Clara's "he's bluffing" sharp in my ear. "Defamation?" I muttered, showing Thomas. His brow furrowed. His "sounds like a cornered man" steady. Ethan's Matthew's instinct boasts, Frank's unstable finance jabs. They'd thought I'd break. But my finance promotion, my NYC move, were my shield. Their Oak Cliff estate a fading con. Nora's "Frank's done" buzzed, her text fierce. "Clients gone, roof jobs dry." "Why'd you marry him, knowing?" I asked, my latte cooling, Ellen's plea raw. Thomas sighed. His "she was young, scared, thought Frank'd love you." Love? Frank's loser was punishment. His pride for Ethan's deals a wall I'd never climbed. I'd drained my bonus for that car, couch surfed for scholarships, while Ellen watched. Clara's "you're whole" grounded me, her call before I left Dallas my anchor. "She chose his lies over me," I said, voice iron. "I choose me now." Another buzz, Ellen's text. "I'm in therapy, Emma. Meet me?" My jaw tightened. Her "I failed you" from the cafe echoing. "Therapy don't erase decades," I muttered. Thomas's nod soft. Nora's "she's complicit" from our last call hit hard, but her "we're sisters" warmed me. I'd built my Oak Cliff home, my career, not for Ellen's proud, but for my truth. Selling the Mercedes, $80,000 to my NYC start, sealed it. I wasn't chasing their shadows no more. Thomas's "you're like her but tougher" landed gentle. His story, oil rigs, Texas bars, Ellen's laugh, painting a past I'd never known. My phone pinged. A Goldman coworker. "Congrats on the award, Emma." I smiled. My finance honors pinned in my apartment, not Frank's estate. Ethan's threats, Frank's collapse, Ellen's plea. They were ghosts. Their family, a con I'd torched. Nora's "you're home" buzzed, her Dallas potluck invite waiting for my next visit. "What now?" Thomas asked, his coffee cold. I leaned back, the city's neon flickering outside. "I'm good," I said, my voice steady. "You're a start, not a fix." His grin mirrored mine, a Texas spark I hadn't expected. I'd fought through late nights, their lies, my pride, to rise. Frank's loser, Ethan's smirks, Ellen's silence. They'd thought I'd cave, but I'd burned their bridge. Clara's "You're unstoppable" was my truth. My resolve hard as Dallas oak. Flashback to last spring. Their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I just landed a Goldman bonus. Frank's "Finance ain't legacy" loud. Ellen smiled, said, "He's proud." I stood there, my bonus gone to his car, no smile, no thanks. Ethan smirked, said, "Real estate's king." I thought family was giving till you broke. I stood, my latte done, the cafe's hum wrapping me. Nora's "Visit soon" and Clara's "Proud of you" were my roots, deeper than Frank's estate. I'd sold the Mercedes, leased my home, built a life in NYC. Ellen wanted therapy? She'd face her guilt. Ethan wanted a fight? He'd face his flop. Frank wanted pride? He'd face his ruin. Thomas's "Coffee again" sparked a grin. My future mine. They'd learn real quick what loser meant when their empire crashed. Ever find kin beyond betrayal's scars? Drop it below. My Deep Ellum apartment buzzed with Nora's laugh. June 2025. The Dallas morning warm through my open window. A sweet tea glass sweating beside a kolache from the corner cafe. Frank's loser jab from last year's reunion. My paternity test proving he wasn't my father. Was Ash now, the Mercedes I'd reclaimed sold to fund my NYC move. My Oak Cliff home leased out. My Goldman Sachs award for top analyst gleamed on my shelf. Ellen's confession. Thomas Keller, my real father, still raw from our Dallas cafe talk. Nora's "Your home, Emma" grounded me. My fight far from over. I leaned against my oak counter, my denim skirt swaying. Clara's "They're crumbling" buzzing from yesterday's call. Frank's roofing empire was gone. His Oak Cliff house facing foreclosure. Per Miss June's gossip, Ethan's real estate deals tanking with no buyers. I'd clawed through Cornell, boardrooms, their shade, to rise, but Ellen's "I'm in therapy" plea from last month tugged at me. Nora's "She's complicit" sharp in my ear. "You good, sis?" Nora asked, slicing pie, her drawl soft. "Solid," I said, grinning, my tea cool. My phone pinged. A Goldman email. "Congrats, Emma, mentoring program lead." I smiled, my award pinned beside Luca's hero drawing. My new role meaning no more late nights, just guiding rookies. Ethan's voicemail hit next. "You ruined Dad, Emma. Give us the car money." My laugh came raw. Clara's "He's hollow" fierce. "Car's gone," I muttered. Nora's "Let him flop" loud. I'd gifted that Mercedes, drained my bonus for Frank's pride, and got loser for it. Their legacy was a con, and I'd torched it. Ellen called, her voice shaky. "Emma, I'm healing. Meet me?" My jaw tightened. Her "I failed you" from the cafe raw. "Healing don't erase lies," I said, voice low. "You let Frank shame me, knowing I wasn't his." Her sob cracked. Her "I'm trying" faint. Nora's "Set boundaries" buzzed, her hug grounding me like a Texas oak. "No more cages," I told Ellen, my resolve hard. "You want me? Prove it, on my terms." I hung up, my tea glass cold, her plea a ghost I wouldn't carry. Clara texted, "Frank's house is done, Sarah. Bank's moving in." My chest eased. Miss June's "Ain't nobody helpin'" echoing. Frank's "You're nothing." Ethan's "Legal action." They'd thought I'd break. But my NYC apartment, my award, my mentorship were my shield, their Oak Cliff estate ash. Nora's "Their ghosts" hit soft, her pie plate warm. I'd built this life, not for Frank's proud, but mine. Thomas's "You're like her," from our NYC coffee a new route. "What's next?" Nora asked, her eyes bright. I grinned, my phone buzzing. Thomas, "Dallas visit soon?" "Keep growing," I said, his Texas drawl warm in memory. I'd fought through scholarships, their lies, my pride to rise. Ethan's isolation, Frank's foreclosure, Ellen's therapy. They were their mess, not mine. A neighbor's, "You're a legend, Emma," from last week's potluck echoed, their brisket tin on my counter. Flashback to last winter, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I just landed a Goldman bonus. Frank's "Finance ain't legacy" loud. Ellen smiled, said, "He's proud." I stood there, my bonus gone to his car, no smile, no thanks. Ethan smirked, said, "Real estate's king." I thought family was giving till you broke. I stood, clearing my glass, the city's neon flickering, oak trees swaying outside. Nora's "You won" sparked a grin, her pie slice warm. I'd torched Frank's con, reclaimed my worth. Ethan wanted money? He'd face his flop. Frank wanted pride? He'd face his ruin. Ellen wanted family? She'd face her work. My phone buzzed. Clara. "Proud of you, Emma." I pocketed it, free. I wasn't their doormat no more. I was Emma, survivor, mentor, home. Thomas and Nora were my kin, brick by brick. Ever cut kin after their lies crashed? Drop it below. My Deep Ellum dining room glowed with Nora's chatter. June 2025, the Dallas evening warm with barbecue smoke. My sweet tea glass sweating as Thomas and Ellen swapped stories over kolaches and pecan pie. My Goldman Sachs award gleamed. Frank's loser jab from the reunion a faded scar. My paternity test, proving he wasn't my father, long buried. My Oak Cliff home, paid with my grind, was leased. My NYC apartment thriving, the Mercedes sold for my new life. Nora's "Your family" buzzed. My potluck a hearth for my chosen kin. I leaned against my oak table, my denim skirt loose, the neon from a nearby bar flickering outside. Frank's roofing empire was dust, his Oak Cliff house foreclosed. Ethan's real estate deals a ghost with no buyers, per Clara's gossip. I'd clawed through Cornell, boardrooms, their shade, to rise, my mentoring role at Goldman filling my days. Ellen's therapy, her "I'm proud" from last month, softened the sting of her lies. Nora's "She's trying" fierce in my ear. "You good, Emma?" Thomas asked, his Texas drawl warm, eyes like mine. "Solid," I said, grinning, my tea cool. "Why'd they lie so long?" Nora asked, her pie plate warm. My throat caught. Frank's "second place is losing" raw. "Some folks dim others to shine," I said, voice low. "But we shine brighter, y'all." Ellen's nod, her "I failed you" soft, hit like a Texas sunrise, grounding me deeper than their shade. Clara raised her glass, the crowd hushing. "To Emma, y'all, our rock." Cheers erupted. Thomas's "Damn right" loud. I smiled, my resolve hard. "Thanks, folks," I said, my voice steady. "Families who sees you, not who shames you." Nora's hug, Thomas's grin, Ellen's quiet "I see you" wrapped me like a quilt. I'd carried Frank's "loser," Ethan's smirks, Ellen's silence, thinking family meant breaking for him. Thomas's "You're mine" and Nora's "You won" were my roots now. Miss June leaned in, her gossip sharp. "Frank's livin' in a rental, Emma. Ethan's gone quiet." My chest twinged. Not guilt, but peace. Their lies, Frank's legacy, Lily's "smooth," were their mess, not mine. I'd fought through scholarships, their con, my pride, to build this. Home, award, kin who stayed. A mentee's "Thanks, Emma" text echoed, their kolache tin on my counter. Flashback to last winter, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd paid for Frank's Mercedes, his "Finance ain't legacy" loud. Ellen smiled, said, "He's proud." I stood there, my bonus drained. No smile, no thanks. Ethan smirked, said, "Real estate's king." I thought family was giving till you broke. I stepped onto my porch, the Deep Ellum neon glowing, oak trees swaying like sentinels. Ellen's "I'm healing" sparked a nod, her therapy a start I'd watch, not chase. I'd torched Frank's lies, reclaimed my worth. Ethan wanted glory? He'd face his flop. Frank wanted pride? He'd face his ruin. Ellen wanted family? She'd earn it. My phone buzzed. Clara. Proud of you, Emma. I pocketed it. Free. I wasn't their shadow no more. I was Emma, survivor, mentor, home. The potluck's warmth hit me, oak shadows dancing like hope. Frank's con, Ethan's threats, Ellen's lies. They'd tried to dim me, but Nora's cheers, Thomas's nod, my mentee's growth lit my way. I'd built a family that saw me, brick by brick, brighter than their shade. Ever claim worth beyond kin's scorn? Drop it below and subscribe to my channel for more Reddit stories that hit hard.